want to get involved with you. That's not what I want to do.
And that's the things we would write about when we first started. The boredom of what to do. We just had to write about what came natural instead of singing love songs about cars. We didn't have this stuff. Really weren't probably having difficulty finding a girlfriend, so we really couldn't sing about love and all this. So we sang about just boredom, glue sniffing.
The Ramones took Jonathan Richman's simple guitar sound even further. The rule was no more than 3 chords per song.
Yeah, I remember, we auditioned for Hilly. And Hilly said, nobody's going to like you guys, but I'll have you back.
When the Ramones first started performing, they were a pretty crude band, and they got so within a few months they were doing, pretty decent garagey rock and roll.
I think our initial set was 7, 8 songs, because I think those were the only songs we knew how to play, and we play very short songs.
Well, I guess they were long songs played quickly. You felt like if somebody doesn't like the song, you'd be over to the next song before they know it, so that they won't get too restless. He always did all the counting on the songs. Don't know why. This came natural for him. He did it really well. Just counted to 4 well. We thought we were playing bubblegum music. It was sort of like a sick bubblegum music, and it became punk.
Other women with punk attitudes followed Patti Smith onto the CBGB stage, including a former waitress from Max's Kansas City.
The thing that was really frustrating in the 70s was trying to play an instrument in a band. And I remember going to jam sessions and being told, well, you can't play your girl. And that really hurt. We were really sort of rebelling against the flatness of everything. We wanted to have sort of a really sort of fun thing, and I sometimes felt like a cartoon figure.
It was this sort of eclectic mix and openness to experimentation that was seen as part of the strength of CBGB's growing punk scene. Among the audience drawn to the club were 3 college graduates who decided to get up and perform themselves.
The name of this band is Talking Heads, and the name of this song is Psycho Killer.
It almost seems as if I shoved myself on stage out of some desperate need.
We thought, why not sing about what we're really thinking? We don't feel like heroes. We don't feel like rock stars. Why don't we be honest about this? And it seemed to work. It was a gratifying thing to go out there and express all your insecurity while you're on a stage.
Can't sleep? That's on fire. Don't touch me. I'm a real live
chicken mode. He was very jerky. I'm talking about his movements. I didn't know him personally.
All the bands had kind of their look, and our look was one of, you know, the clothes that our moms sent us at Christmas time, basically. You know, that we didn't have any money to go out, and if we did, we certainly weren't going to spend it on, like, platform boots.
Psycho Killer I wrote, not seriously. I think I was writing it just to see if I could write a song.
It was always very exciting for us to do something that we didn't quite understand. The biggest thrill was to kind of be all thumbs and not to be capable or technically proficient, but to be a bit all thumbs. So I was playing to the point where my fingers were bleeding, and I remember that people would get very excited when the blood would start running down my pick guard.
Punk was a musical style, or at least it shouldn't have been, and to many people it turned into a particular musical style. It was more kind of do-it-yourself, anyone can do it kind of attitude. If you only play 2 notes on the guitar, you can figure out a way to make a song out of that. And that's what it's about. But Houston, Detroit, and Pittsburgh had not yet heard Talking Heads, or indeed any other punk band.
One thing about America, America always played it safe and always plays it safe, you know. And so they were threatened by punk.
The record companies were very afraid of it, and it was really verboten. You know, they just would not play it on the radio.
Radio in America, anyway, FM radio, had this idea that they only played good music, you know, by good musicians, and that punk was not good music by good musicians. It was like kids making a lot of noise or something.
To most people in radio, it didn't sound as good as the Eagles or Linda Ronstadt, and so it didn't get played.
I remember one time we went to play in Nashville, and we were driving into town, and we said, hey, let's pick up some of the local radio, and we turned it on, and we heard the local DJ saying, yes, boys and girls, punk is coming to town for the first time, maybe the last time.
It seemed as if the punk scene were destined to obscurity, to remain in the privileged possession of a clique of musicians in New York and the odd journalist, an almost private pleasure.